Hopefully you guys are enjoying the podcast or the THUTV so far. We've got André and Scott here, two of my very good friends who I have been here. As I said, this is my annual pilgrimage, and this is the event I look forward to the most because it's so much fun. I had to joke about with my wife. She said, "So Chris let it slip." She said at her work, she goes, "Chris let it slip that he's going on vacation this week." And he says, "Where is he going?" He goes, "He's going to a thing called Trojan Horse Was a Unicorn." He goes, "What's that?" He goes, "It's this conference that's on the coast of Portugal in this beautiful resort." And it's like, sounds like he's going on vacation. But I'm so glad to have you guys here.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and talk about what's new at THU this year.
So wait a second. It might be a vacation for you and for me, but it's not a
It's
vacation
not for Scott.
him.
Not for Andre. No. So what's new this year?
A lot of things new.
Well, the big one for me is B-sides.
B-sides. Tell them about B-sides.
Andre makes his annual pilgrimage to my house in Santa Barbara, California.
Uh-huh.
And we sit there and brainstorm, and Andre came up with the idea. He said, listen, I've been talking to a lot of the tribe members, and one of the things they seem to be interested in and feel like they're missing is the understanding of marketing and business and how they might be able to get their IP in a place where it could actually be sold and et cetera, et cetera. So we spent, I don't know, several hours over several days and several bottles of wine and had a conversation about what that might look like from a business perspective.
It's true.
Yeah.
Our main concern was this is the kind of stuff we need to tell to the tribe. It's super hard to say, and
Right.
it's not the inspiration talks that they are used to receive here. So we spend hours and hours trying to realize what should be the reality check in terms of these talks. So
Yeah.
after a couple of days, we came up with a cool idea, and I'm really excited to finally close the circle at THU, where actually we can bring developers, marketing, business, digital artists in one place.
And then you played a big role too.
I did?
Maybe you didn't know it, but
Bringing architects.
bringing architects.
Yeah.
Where
That
you
was a
came
big-
to us and you put that great little video piece together, and it was like, oh, so now not only should we look from a business perspective of like, entertainment feature and animation and whatnot, we should also look into the concept of there are other people that are creative people using these technologies in other businesses besides the traditional entertainment area, and that sort of blew us
I
away.
think that is what changed this year.
Yeah.
THU, we are not anymore a 2D event. We are a creator event. So
Right.
everyone that wants to create, actually, this is the place of THU. From the creation of a business side, everyone see a business guy as a suit, but a suit is super creative. So basically, with architect, with graphic design, with business, with marketing, we are finally have all the ecosystem at THU, and I believe that is the most important thing this year, and I'm really happy to finally achieve this goal.
Yeah, it was a big thing for me because I think, one of the things I did last year is I convinced Jeff Muddle to come by, right? And
It's
so
right.
It's
and
true.
so he came by, and he's a very skeptical person all the time, and he very quickly saw the value of this. And the first thing we did is like, how do we get architects to see this? Because they were, or especially in the ArcViz community, they need that inspiration. They need something like THU.
One of the big problems that we've had over the years is that unless you get to be here, you sort of don't get the full vibe, right?
But we convinced about 100
Yeah, it
architecture people
it
that
was
came by.
impressive because
Yeah.
normally we have not so many events nowadays in the world, and so they choose in a different way. And actually, architects are coming to THU without knowing anything was super impressive. We have 100 architects at least,
Right.
or some people from ArcViz, tribe members from ArcViz, and we never had that, and was pretty
So
impressive.
clearly, from a marketing perspective, we put an idea out based upon your suggestions, and
Right.
everybody responded.
So
right?
it worked. I'm shocked, but
Yeah.
it worked. And
I
Thank
was
you.
shocked too.
Yeah.
When
Thank you.
Mir bought they closed the whole company to came here for THU.
I know all of Mir is here.
What the hell? I didn't expect that. A company
Yeah.
that literally closed
They
the
are
office.
so good. They're one of the best ArcViz companies in the world. They're
great.
based in Norway, and they all came here. So wonderful. I'm really happy about that.
So this is actually the two biggest things. It's
Yeah.
bringing the creators, closing the circle. With we have ArcV speakers, and we have the B-sides. That is the most
I
important.
also remember, and I don't, I don't want to bring it up, but I remember last year there was like there was an apprehension, including my own, about growing THU and some of the things you suggested. And I gotta say, Scott, we did what you said we should do, and it's so much better in a lot of ways. And not that it was bad before, but you
The
did some
deal
great
is,
suggestions.
and it's, I think the pedestrian view of being bigger is bad,
Right.
and that being bigger is not bad as long as when you get bigger, you have the right people, the right vibe, the right environment, and then the tribe is bigger. And
Right.
I think bigger is better as long as you do it right. If you do it, it's like, hey, everybody could come, and all of a sudden it's no longer got the soul of what this guy brought to it to begin with, right?
Yes.
But, I mean, this year we're bigger, and I think this year we're better.
Yeah.
It's true. The vibe is. I was afraid to grow the tribe. I
Right.
was for 3 years. I thought about this, but actually, you have 900 people, 910 tribe members, and you don't feel that the tribe grew.
I don't. In fact, I see so many. Well, I've been here 4 times, and there's a lot of return visitors, right?
Right.
Well,
That's another thing.
that's the beauty of THU.
Right,
We always
right.
have tribe members that can actually welcome you and guide you in this process.
Right. No, it was definitely true because a lot of return people, a lot of people come back. This is their pilgrimage too. I think we all kind of feel the
Yeah,
same thing.
absolutely.
And so when I come here, one of the things that you always say when we come back to THU is like, welcome home.
Right.
And people take that, seriously.
Well, it was sort of like, and I said to Andre 4 years ago, I guess it was, I said, what you started here is a conference that is sort of, we had a hard time coming up, do we call it a conference? Do we call it a festival? What do we call it? And I thought, well, it's where Burning Man meets TED.
I call it experience. That's
I
the
know.
word.
I
This
think
is a
it's the
experience.
hardest thing to explain, and that's the thing that's frustrating. But at the same time, it's because it's so special that it's hard to explain. Right?
Yeah, but it's, if anybody's ever been to Burning Man, there's 80,000 people out in the desert.
Right.
And Burning Man, when you walk away from Burning Man and you come back to the real life,
Yep.
it's really difficult because Burning Man is utopian. It's so beautiful and inspirational that when you come back, it's like, oh, and we have the same issues here at THU.
Right.
People leave THU and, 2 weeks later, they're like, God, I want to go back.
Right.
Right? And so the concept of having a place where you can feel like it's home, where it's the utopian home that you'd like life to be all year round, that's what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my things that I appreciate the most. And like I said, it's also the thing that when I see so many familiar faces, I've made so many friends over the years
Yeah.
from
It's
here.
Change
and,
our lives. Change
Yeah.
my life.
Right.
Change your
My
life.
life.
Change your life.
Yeah.
My life
Yeah.
changed because of THU.
And the thing is, I'm never too far away from it because I'm always on Skype with you or on
The
Facebook
tribe,
with you.
I was telling to someone today and say, if you now traveling all over the places, if you have a tribe member on town, they will guide you. They will offer you
Yes.
all the support you need to actually know the place. You
There's-
are never
there-
alone.
There's the
anymore.
old line of like, when you go and visit a place, you never really experience it unless you have somebody there who's like a native.
Right.
The fact that the tribe has 69 countries, we have the ability to travel anywhere and it's like home because the tribe comes out and meets you and embraces you and you experience that.
Yeah.
And that is super cool.
Yeah.
That's the beauty.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a good thing. And like you said, we have our own Facebook groups that we get together and we chat with all the time, and I have a lot of those friends. And you also continue to do it in other places too. You take
Meetups.
The
meetups.
gatherings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
the
THU meetups all around the globe, right?
Yeah, I started as a Jack Gilson. You guys know Jack, and Papa Bear convinced me after the second edition
Right.
to go to Berlin because they wanted to show the vibe of the THU, and suddenly we are in Tokyo, we are in Vancouver, we are in LA, we are in Berlin, we are in London.
Yep.
And it's always incredible feeling to see that the local community, they want to know us, and it's I'm really blessed for this project, to be honest. This is one of the best parts, and allow me to
THU
travel.
has changed people's lives. It's changed your life.
It
Definitely
did.
changed our life. But you go out and you speak to the people who have been here 2, 3 times. It's like, this has changed my life. And
Yeah.
and the funny thing is, some people say, oh, it's a cult. It's not a cult. It's just the way people should be.
Yeah, that's a problem
Yeah.
we have now. Like everybody see us, a lot of people see us as a cult, and this is the tribe, THU tribe. And one of the reasons this year is actually to show that we are just a community. We want the same, and we want to move forward, and we want to move forward together. That's the
Right.
most important thing, and we do that
We
at
do.
THU.
Yeah, I agree. I just, thinking back, Scott, because you and I actually known each other for years, and I used to work at Digital Domain back
Back in the
when
day.
back in the day when you still owned it at that time.
When Digital
And
Domain was Digital Domain.
was Digital Domain 1.0.
Right.
But you were a very important person in the industry. You've a lot of stuff you've done at ILM and Digital Domain, etc. And I think this is one of the greatest things you've done is to
Oh.
help bring up THU,
Thank you.
because I think that it really serves such a good thing for the community. I think it's so important for the community. So many people have left here, gotten amazing jobs, you know?
It's true.
So I think that it's very, very important that that Scott was like, I want to champion this and be an ambassador to this, and you trusted this guy, who is one of the hardest working men in Hollywood, right?
In show business.
And show business, and
He's
so,
the new James Brown.
Yeah.
Get down.
yeah, you are, and so hardworking. You never stop working, and I don't know how you do it. I don't know. Someone was joking about it today. They said, I swear I can just walk around a corner and Andre's going to be there. Everywhere I look, Andre's popping up. It's
Well,
like
there are
everything
5
okay.
Andres.
I have an incredible.
He has been
team.
replicated.
I really have an incredible team. Without
Yeah.
my team,
Oh,
nothing
yeah.
nothing was possible. I'm just a face nowadays. I have a
No,
really
your, face,
incredible team.
your team is amazing.
So
every time.
this is possible because of them, and
Yeah.
so without them, THU was nothing.
Yeah.
So I have to give that to them, and I'm
It
just
runs really, really smoothly.
Not only does it run really smoothly, it runs at the highest quality of artfulness, right? I mean, the work that these people, that you all do, it's just mind-blowing. You show this material and it's like, it's as good as anything a motion picture studio has ever done, or a
Right.
network. I
Yeah.
mean, the videos, the editings, it's stupendous.
Yeah, I remember Jeff's reaction last year, and he said, they just made a video of everything that happened today, and it's that level of quality.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And they
These
do
people
this
are
every
incredible.
day. I said, he goes, the
Yeah.
production value is insane.
It is
It's
insane.
insane.
Yeah.
It's really,
it's giving back to the support we receive from the tribe. That's one of the things I'm always concerned, at least, if they need to feel that they are the owners of this.
Right.
So the commitment, if they are paying, if they want help, we should give them everything. It's possible. So that's one of the reasons we work so hard to be efficient and to give these qualities, because we want the same. We want them to be at the same level in the talks, to be on time, to talk with us directly, don't be afraid, talk with everybody, support the tribe. So if you ask them to do this, we need to give back and
Right.
give the right conditions so this can actually happen.
so I'm trying to remember, Andre, how fast did the tickets sell out this year?
9 days.
9 days.
9 days. Because we had more tickets.
Right.
We sell the same amount of last year. We sold in 1 day, 24 hours.
Wow.
But again, we had more tickets this year. And things went.
But still, I mean, it's very rare that you know, basically the other thing is it's sold out back in February or whatever you sold them out.
Yeah.
April.
March,
March.
April.
Yeah.
And you didn't even have any speakers announced at that point.
No, that was the
No.
amazing thing, right?
No, that
Yeah,
happened in
no
2000.
one even knows who's going to be here. They just know they want to be here.
2016, we did that.
Yeah.
This year, we announced like at least 15 speakers.
Oh,
Yeah,
before.
At the time.
But the speakers that you announced were not the superstar speakers, right?
No.
They were really good artists and
But
and
not the
whatnot.
superstars
But
yet.
the superstars weren't announced till later.
Yeah,
Right.
That's true. But again, it's not about the speakers. It's about the experience. And nowadays,
Sure.
the tribe knows it's not about speaker A or speaker B. It's all about the full experience, and that's what's make me happy, to be honest. And I really enjoy that they connect with THU, and they realize that it's not about the speakers, it's about the vibe.
How much time do we have here?
I'm not sure how much time we have, but we'll figure this out. Let us know.
We're live, right?
Yeah, we're live.
We're live. So something happened today that brought a tear to my eye. So I've been working with Andre and this fellow Jaime. What's Jaime's last name? Maestro.
Yeah.
And he oversaw the production of our film that we do every year, the opening
Oh,
film.
yeah.
And we're talking about it, and he's sitting there with this woman, and her name is Nadia. So they were talking about it, and they said, well, actually, THU has done something spectacular for us. I
Right.
said, really, what's that? He said, well, we were here a couple of years ago, and we sort of worked for the same company, but we didn't really know each other. And then when we got here, we started to understand that what we wanted to do as a producer and as a creative is we wanted to create a company that was like Trojan Horse in the way that it really was about the art.
Right.
And so we also fell in love. And when we fell in love, we realized that this is our life's work. And it was out of the inspiration of Trojan Horse was a unicorn that we formed a new company called La Tribe.
Really?
The
La
tribe.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
They're incredibly successful. They've like skyrocketed.
Uh-huh.
They do great work, and they're in love, and they're together, and it's like that's what THU is all about.
We have a couple that
They got engaged.
they got
while they were
engaged
here.
2 days ago. He literally asked her if she wanted to marry him.
Right.
It happened at THU.
At THU.
It's super cool, these kind of things. They actually.
Absolutely. I want to one quick question I want to ask you, Andre, specifically, and then I'm going to have you help me introduce the next guest, okay? But the quick question I have to ask is that we've been here for 2 days already, and there hasn't been any talks yet, right? But that's a good thing, and I want people to understand your philosophy behind this.
Basically, it's simple. This is an experience where our goal is to make sure that everyone talks with everyone.
Right.
So this is divided in several steps to make sure that you can lose your layers, that it doesn't allow you to talk in a different way.
Right.
So the first 2 days it's about bonding activities and recruitment.
Right.
And the second day is talks, but every 2 days the schedule changes, so you don't have routines.
Right.
And our goal is actually to make sure that you can actually connect with.
I think it's
as much
great
possible.
because by the time the talks start, you've already made all kinds of new friends.
It's true, but the
And
karaoke last night was.
Karaoke was ridiculous.
Was
Super.
ridiculous. Was
Oh,
so
Scott, you were
disturbing.
awesome
So
too.
disturbing.
Yeah.
Even the activity today on the beach was really cool, but it was really cool.
Actually, it's really hot.
Really
Really
hot.
stressful.
But allow us for one thing, that actually more people connect with different people,
Sure.
and friendship started in that beach. It was
Yeah.
really cool.
And so the opening ceremony is going to happen later tonight. So we're
In-
excited about that.
In
40 minutes.
40 minutes. We have the next speaker coming up. So please help us introduce who the next speaker is.
The next speaker is someone really special for me.
Yeah.
It's a Secretary of State of Industry in Portugal.
Wow.
It's someone that is. We had a conversation. I met her a couple months ago when I was trying to bring THU Playground to Portugal,
Okay.
and she was one of the first persons in Portugal with the vision to understand what we are doing. So it's someone that actually has the vision to help Portugal to move forward in the digital entertainment industry, and is one of the biggest supporters of THU in Portugal.
Oh, that's wonderful. And what's her name?
Anna
Anna.
Lehmann.
Okay. So we'll take a quick break, and then we'll be back with Haya and Anna, who are going to be talking about
Okay, and
stuff later.
thank you so much for watching.
Yeah,
and,
thank you, guys.
Again, I hope you guys watched, like THUTV.
And next year, come on.
Come on over.
We want the tribe to be bigger, more international. Come on. Make
right.
it happen.